For this lesson, I'm going to show you another style of lettering. These are a little bit more fun and modern. So this is going to be another alphabet lesson. I'd like you to draw along with me. We're going to start with the letter A. So this time it's going to look more like a lowercase letter A. So I'm going to start out by making a candy cane shape. And I'm going to give it a tummy. Okay. So on that letter A, now what I'm going to do is come up here to the top, and I'm just going to thicken up this edge just a little bit and make a line that comes and connects those. So this is my letter A, and then I'm going to give it a little bit more style by adding some dots on the inside of it. Some of the dots show up all the way. Some of them look like they're kind of falling off the edge. Okay. The next one I'm going to do is a letter B. This time I'm going to do a straight line down and another straight line down beside it. I'm going to do kind of a curved line there at the bottom, and I'm going to connect those two lines at the top. Okay. This time I'm going to fill it in with some stripes. And I'm going to make the round part of my B over here on the other side. Okay. For the letter C, I'm going to start out just by making a letter C. I'm going to do some lines right on the end of it. And it doesn't matter if they go the same way. And then I'm going to thicken up that C on the back side by giving it a little extra space there. And this time I'm just going to do some little lines on the edge, like that. Okay. For the letter D, I'm going to make two lines coming down. I'm going to do a curved line at the top and a line that comes out at the bottom. And then I'm going to make the rounded part for my letter D. And I'm just going to fill this in with some lines today. Okay. Next I need the letter E. So it's going to start out with a lowercase e, like that. And then I'm just going to add a little extra shape there on the side of it. And once again, I'm going to fill it in with some lines. Add some character. All right, for my F, I'm going to start out by making a cane shape. Okay, at the end of my cane shape, I'm going to do a little dot, and I'm just actually going to color that in today. Okay, then it's going to come back up and around. I'm going to do a curved line at the bottom of that F. And then on each side, I'm going to do just a little rectangle to finish off the shape of my F. I'm going to color those in as well, just like I did that dot earlier. And then I'm just going to add some lines that kind of go opposite. So I'm doing a line on the left, a line on the right, a line on the left, a line on the right. So they kind of counterbalance each other. And then I'm just going to stop when I get to the top of the F. All right, for the letter G, it's like making a fishing hook. So I'm going to start out with my fishing hook. It's going to have a little circle on the bottom of it. That fishing hook is going to come back up on the edge over here and have kind of a curved line on the top. Now I'm going to do my rounded circle part for the G, and then on the inside of this shape over here I get to put just a few little lines. I'm going to do another line here. And then you can just add some embellishments if you want to. That's my letter G. Letter H is next. So for the H, I'm going to make 2 straight lines down that are parallel. They are going to have a curved line on the bottom and another kind of curved line at the top. And then my letter H is just going to have a hump that comes over with a small line on the end. Okay, and I'm going to do a little embellishment there with some lines on the inside of my H. Letter I. For the letter I, I'm just going to do 2 short straight lines down. It's going to have a line across the top, a line across the bottom, a circle on the top, and then on this one I'm actually going to draw some circles inside of it, and I'm going to fill it in darker so that the circles stand out white. So I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. And then I'll just fill the rest of that in so that those white circles will stand out. And that is my letter I. Okay. Next, we're going to make a letter J. For the letter J, I'm going to start with a hook that comes down and has a circle on the end of it. It's going to be similar to our G that we made earlier up here. Okay. So back to the J. Now what I'm going to do is from the bottom of the J, I'm just going to thicken up that line and bring it back up towards the top. It's going to have a line that goes across the top. And this one is going to have a spiral for the dot on the J. And then it's going to have stripes. I'm going to do 2 close together, then spread it far apart, 2 more close together, spread it farther apart, 2 more close together, spread it farther apart, and then do 2 more close together again. Okay. Now on this one I'm going to do just a little embellishment right down the side. That's my letter J. Now I'm ready for letter K. Once again, we're going to start with 2 straight lines down. They're parallel lines. They're going to have a line that goes across the top and another line that goes across the bottom. It can be straight or curved. That's up to you. And then we're just going to finish off the K with an arm and a leg. Okay, the letter L is just going to be pretty, on the letter K, we're also going to do some lines, but this time we're going to do some lines and then we're going to fill in a line. And then we'll do a couple lines and fill in a line. Alright, so there's my letter K. Letter L is pretty simple. Letter L is just going to be kind of like one side of the K. So it's just a straight line down, another parallel line right next to it. You're going to have your connecting line across the top and across the bottom. And then this time we're just going to do little texture lines that kind of fill in the space. They don't have to be even, it can be random. I feel like mine were pretty even there at the top. Okay, that's my L. For the letter M, this is a lowercase m, 2 short parallel lines with a line across the top and one across the bottom. Then you're going to make your humps for your M and a few little lines on the end of them. I am going to do a little embellishment line there. And then we're just going to fill in the M with some curvy lines. Letter N is very similar to M. You're going to start with 2 parallel lines that are short, a connecting line across the top and the bottom, and then one hump for the letter N. Finish it off with a line on the bottom, and then this time we're just going to do stripes. Okay. Letter O. For the letter O, you're going to start with a circle, And then you're going to add some dimension to the side of it, just like that. It's going to have some lines that come in and a little bit of a line that comes around the top there. There, O. Next is our letter P. For the letter P, we're going to do 2 parallel lines down, a connecting line on the top, connecting line on the bottom, and then this one's just going to have a rounded curve, and then we'll do some slanted lines to finish off the detail on our letter P. All right, letter Q. For the letter Q, we are going to start by making a C. It's going to have 2 parallel lines on the side of it. And a connecting line on the end that comes kind of towards the left at an angle. Connecting line at the top. This one is going to have just another little detail line on the center, and then it's going to be filled in with spots or dots in that opening. Okay, that's our letter Q. All right, letter R. Letter R is going to have 2 parallel lines again. Connecting line across the top, little embellishment line down the side, connecting line across the bottom. This one's going to have some diagonal fill lines. And then for the R, it curves, but it kind of comes back into the middle, like that. Okay, and then it's going to have just another little embellishment line there to the side. All right, letter S. So for the letter S, I'm going to start with a little curved line. It's going to look a lot like an S, and it's going to curve in the back as well. Okay. Now to add the detail to this one, we're going to start at the top of the S, and we're going to add some depth on that side. Okay. And then we'll just once again fill it in with our lines. Oh, I don't like that. Hold on. Teachers make mistakes too. There we go, that's better. I'm just kind of curving mine as it goes around. Okay, that's better. So there's my letter S. Letter T will be like making a hook, and it's going to have a little dot on the end of it. Okay, it's going to have a line across the top, and then it's going to come down and connect. Okay. Letter T will have a little line across here and a little line that comes out here. And then we're going to fill the T in with some circles. Okay. I can fit one more up here. There we go. All right, that's my letter T. I'm going to do one more little embellishment line across the top of that one. And now I'm ready for the letter U. So I'm going to start out just by making a U. I'm going to put a line across the top on this side. And then over here I'm going to put a line across the top a little bit longer. It's going to come down. And then I'm going to make another one down here. Okay. And then I can do a curved line that connects both of those. A little bit of an embellishment here. And then just some stripes inside my U. All right. Our next letter is going to be V. So to make a V, I actually start out with the letter V. I'm going to do lines across the top. On the left-hand side, I'm going to thicken that edge. And then it's just going to meet up with the V at the bottom. Okay, this one's going to have a few little lines that come in on the side. And we're going to do a few little lines that come in on that other edge as well. Letter W is going to be 2 slanted parallel lines. We're going to connect to the bottom with a straight line. The top can be a curved line. Then we're just going to finish the W by making a regular letter. Okay. It's going to have some lines in the space opening, and then a little embellishment outside on the edge. All right, letter X. For the letter X, we are going to do 2 parallel lines that are at an angle. Okay. At the top, I'm going to do a line that comes across. And then at the bottom, we actually want to kind of make that one look straight. So that one's going to go straight across. And then I'm just going to finish this line off so it connects. Okay. So to finish my X, I'm going to do a line that comes up at an angle from the bottom. And then just short little lines on the ends of those. And then stripes again inside my opening space. And there's my letter X. Letter Y is next. For the letter Y, we're going to start by making a U. That U is going to come down with a fishing hook. And once again, a little circle on the bottom of that fishing hook. I'm going to do another line that kind of offsets that side on the right of it. And then a line across the top there, a line across the top there. This one's going to be filled in with spots. Kind of like the Q right above it, it looks like. A little embellishment line along the side. And then I'm going to do the letter Z. So for the letter Z, it's going to be a straight line across the top. We're going to have a little dot over here on the corner. It's going to come down at an angle, and another one parallel down at an angle. Oh, and I messed up just a little bit. Let me straighten that out. And then a line across the bottom with once again a little dot at the end. Okay. On this one I'm going to do some angled lines. A little embellishment line there. And there's my letter Z. So that was another fun way of creating unique letters. This is great when you're making posters, advertisements, flyers, different times that you're going to need to have catching, eye appealing, visually appealing artwork with your lettering. So a fun way to make some letters. Thank you for watching. I can't wait to see how yours turned out.